How would you say this man looks? Middle-aged, a bit podgy, kind, contented, smug even? Though I don't imagine he knew it, this painting is thought to have been made towards the end of his life. He died in 1825 at the age of 56 of a bad foot, having been treated by his doctors with bark and blue pills. Clearly not a good recommendation. Whilst Walter Fawkes is nowadays best known as an early patron of the artist Turner and as an MP campaigning for parliamentary reform, his interests were much wider. He was also an avid collector of old masters, books, you can see the book in the portrait, and was an antiquarian with a unique collection of artefacts from the English Civil Wars, again pertaining to his political reformist interests. Having a country seat in Yorkshire, Fawkes' status as a large landowner was under threat from two directions. Wealthy merchants were buying up neighbouring estates, forming much larger and more significant landholdings, and secondly, from the threat of civil unrest and even revolution from growing urban populations. Afraid of losing his estate, Fawkes campaigned for wider enfranchisement and political reform to support fairer representation of the population, thereby hoping for social stability and subduing the call for revolution. Studying Fawkes' artistic collections and habits has revealed how he used them to maintain and enhance his own status and reputation, both as a country landowner and as an MP, through associations with heritage. The book shown is in the portrait is The History of England, patriotic endeavours and a progressive paradigm, with the aim of keeping his country seat for future generations of his family. Whilst parliamentary reform played its part in maintaining societal status quo, it was the close friendship of Turner that enabled Fawkes' descendants to continue living in the hall. Following Fawkes' initial purchase of views of Switzerland from the artist, Turner became a close family friend, staying at Fawkes' Yorkshire home on a near annual basis, even having his own bedroom. If you saw Mike Leigh's film on Turner, the somewhat sullen version portrayed in the film appears to be very different from the cheerful version Fawkes knew. Turner painted many portraits of the estate, which Fawkes took to London with him in folios, rather like the sheaf of papers in the portrait. He painted illustrations to Fawkes' historical works and antiquarian projects, and even painted birds to include in a book the family were compiling. It is through the sale of some of these works that have enabled the family to remain at the estate. Having played his role in laying the path to the Reform Act of 1832, I think Fawkes deserves to look contented. Don't you? Thank you.